Good morning, friends. I am doing the last steps of making raw milk yogurt this morning, and I have wanted to show you guys and redo this video. If you don't know, I'm coming out with my homemaker's guide. The goal is to finish it by the end of the month so you guys can download it into the month of July. And when I used to do raw milk yogurt, I used to heat it up to 180 degrees. And I have learned since then, I was kind of just following a recipe that I had. So I was calling it raw milk yogurt, mostly just because I start with raw milk, which I know lots of people don't. But I've learned since then that when you get to 162 degrees, and it's there for at least 16 seconds, you've technically pasteurized your milk. Which some people want to do, right? Which is why that recipe I was following has you go to 180. I thought it had something to do with also getting the yogurt to culture, which I think it does. But I found another recipe that only heats the milk to 160 degrees. So you're getting your yogurt to culture without pasteurizing it, which is really cool, okay? So the cool thing is that it's kind of just like the gift that keeps on giving. Not exactly like sourdough or kombucha, but similar. And I'm going to try to find my packet. I get a packet on Amazon that has 3 or 4 of these, and these are yogurt cultures. So I think they've just been like freeze dried, and I add this to my milk to make yogurt. But then once you have made your yogurt, you can use a half a cup of your own yogurt to make another. So the thing I haven't figured out yet, which I still need to do a little bit more research on, is I get my yogurt to last about a week to 10 days in my fridge. After that, I don't think it tastes as good, which is usually fine. I make, it takes 2 quarts of milk. So when I make it, it's usually the yogurt that we have is enough. Once I strain it and make it a little bit thicker, it's enough that we eat it in about a week. I keep that half a cup. We make some more. What I haven't figured out, though, is when you go on vacation, like we were just gone for a week, it's not going to stay good in your fridge. You know, if you made it a week ago and then you go on vacation for a week, it's not going to stay good in your fridge that long. So I don't know if you freeze it, if you can keep the yogurt and use it, thaw it back out, or if you just have to start over. So that's why I had a packet that I had to start over with. But here is my yogurt right in here. I started the process yesterday morning. So what you do is you just get a big pot. You can do it in a Instapot, but it takes on the flavor or whatever else you have cooked in that Instapot if you don't change the ring. And so I just thought it was annoying to have to change the ring every time, and did this recipe in a pot much easier. So here's my pot. I put in 2 quarts of milk. I heat it up to 160. You want to make sure you have a food grade thermometer. As soon as it's 160, I turn it off because I don't want to pasteurize it. Let it cool down to 110, and then I add my packet of yogurt culture, or a half a cup of my own yogurt. Stir it up. This oven has been kept off. Stir it up and wrap it in this towel. You can leave it for 12 to 24 hours. So I have actually been leaving it for 24 hours now. Let me pull this out. Because the longer you keep it, like between that 12 to 24 hours, it actually is supposed to be like increase in good probiotics. So that's a big reason why we eat raw milk yogurt, is because it has lots of super good probiotics. If you don't know, they say research has been saying that your gut is like your second brain, and so probiotics are super good for your gut health, which is super good for your overall health. My son had tons of ear infections when he was little and ate antibiotics in the first year of his life, and it was awful. But so I've been really into probiotics. So I'm just going to kind of show you guys the consistency here. This one is pretty watery. I've had it come out a lot less watery. I would say that's probably too watery. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in my nice strainer that I have. All of this stuff directions are in my homemaker's guide, and all of it is linked in my homemaker's guide. Let me see if I can find my strainer. I got this strainer on Amazon. So you see it has like a very fine mesh net that you put it in, and then all your whey goes to the bottom there, and you get technically Greek yogurt once you have strained it because it's a little thicker. So I have some little people waking up and joining us, but I wanted to show you guys the yogurt before I got it out. Can you say good morning? All right, so if you guys have questions more than what I just explained, I wanted to keep it short and sweet and just kind of show you guys my process. It really is so simple. I was so intimidated by raw milk yogurt at first. Like, I didn't know anyone that made yogurt when I was a kid, even though I grew up on a farm and we had our own milk. But it really is very simple. And my kids love it. We flavor it with raw honey. I put some fruit in it. I also have, like, we've put homemade jam in it before. If you have a child under 1, they can't have honey, you could also flavor it with maple syrup. Do you like yogurt mommy makes? Yeah. Okay, so I think that's it. But if you guys have any questions, just drop them here in the comments or send me a message. I would love to answer any of your questions. If you need the link to the culture that I use, just drop a link and I can send that to you. And I'm here to cheer you on and so excited for you to get my Homemaker's Guide. I've been working hard on it this month. And I think it's going to be a really big value add, totally free to people. But I hope it'll be something that you guys can use, something that I wish I would have had when I started on all this journey. So have a good day, guys.